night I was shot, which was really a month later, lying in the passage on the floor, not being able to move my limbs, the only thing I could think of was, oh my gosh, I should have climbed Table Mountain in those hideous, crazy red hiking boots. It was this horrible feeling of regret because I knew instantly that my life had changed. Writing my book and reliving that moment on the floor, you know, there's nothing more I can say other than, you know, don't put off what you can do today for tomorrow because you don't know what tomorrow brings. And that is the reality of regret, lying there so desperately wanting to move my limbs so I could protect my daughter and protect my children,
Yeah.
and realizing that I was completely and utterly helpless. I couldn't move. While I was lying in the passage, aside from that aha moment, perpetrators were stepping over my body like I was dirty washing. And I was lying there gasping for air, and the bullet had hit my lung. I was going in and out of consciousness, but desperately trying to keep myself alert, talking to the kids, telling them not to move, to stay in their rooms, and then being hit on the side of the head with the butt of a gun while, you know, they were trying to retrieve the keys for the car and the house and everything else. And the only thing that was going through my mind was, you can't use your body to protect your kids, use your words. And you're talking about communication, effective
Yeah.
communication. That was exactly it, you know, talking to these guys, talking to my children, and them listening to my voice, and even down to the dog, where I told our German Shepherd, you know, to sit and stay because I didn't want her being shot.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was lying in the passage, it was verbal communication in terms of protection for my children. When Gary, my ex-husband now, came through to me, I was in and out of consciousness. I was battling to stay, you know, in the moment, because the whole time I was in that moment, just
Yeah.
talking. Um, I I eventually lost consciousness. It was like being sucked into a very dark abyss, almost like a current. You try to swim against it to try
Wow.
and keep that light, and you don't see that light. You don't see the voices, all the faces and the voices start fading. I don't remember going in the ambulance. I don't remember anything other than what was told to me a couple of weeks later when I was more compass mentis.
Okay.
And the only thing I do remember, whether or not it happened, I can't verify, but I did hear my mom's voice saying, fight. The doctors had said it didn't look promising at all. And Gary had phoned my parents and told them to come to the hospital urgently.